Yo, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus and Hikikomoris out there is the one and only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. Of course, you guys are rest interests and interests towards this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all that other good stuff. Yeah, before I begin, I'm going to be uploading this a little bit later than normal, probably around 6 or 6:30 West Coast time, but then again, that usually doesn't matter, but depends on when you're watching. So you might be watching this a couple days or a month from now. But yeah, apologies if you hear any like scratching around the things. I've been having some bullshit rap problem for the past like couple months. So if you hear any scratching on the walls, it's nothing I can do about that. I have to wait till I get the exterminator tomorrow to take care of that fucking shit. So anyways, yeah. Shout out to this guy right here, Matthew Ko from Game Informer, one of the article writers over here. So this PlayStation Classics 20 games officially revealed. And there was another one over here from I think it's called newhaven.com. So I'm not sure if they're based off New Haven, Connecticut. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but I'll leave the link to the description box down below if I don't get to that one, but more than likely I will. And then there's a link to this article and the video itself. They're both on the same website. So without further ado, let's begin. I know about, as it says here, I'm like 4 days late because it was October 29th. We're already November 3rd. So I know I'm a little bit later than normal, but many people have followed me on Twitter and all that stuff. You already know the kind of the situation that happened the other day. I don't know what it was, but I think one of my roommates got checked down because, I mean, they weren't selling drugs or any of that shit, but the police came over here and they were doing a search fucking warrant for some reason. I don't know what the hell that was, but I have no any particular reason or explanation why the fuck they did that, but I'm not really going to get into that shit because it sucks ass, but that's the reason why I only had one video up the other day, so there's that. And I did do a chat and breeze video about it. I want a little bit more deeper information about it as well, so if you want to know more about it, why the fucking law enforcement came over there, it scared the shit out of me because I'm not even a YouTuber that has 100,000 subscribers or a million plus subscribers. I was nervous as fuck that I was going to get fucking swatted or some shit, but thank fucking God that shit didn't happen. So it says, whew, it did take my breath away, not in a good way though, in a bad way. So it says Sony has announced the full lineup of the PlayStation Classics and the retro mini consoles that comes to preloaded with the 20 titles of the past. Before I get into this, there's only half of this list I'm really hyped and extremely happy about, and the other half I'm not too crazy about. I'm a little salty on the fucking shit, but whatever, let's go. On some of the games, titles are on here. It says there's Battle Arena Toshinda. I never played that one. I remember I played all three of the Cool Borders games. Cool Borders 1, 2, and 3, so that's cool, that's there. I'm going to save my comments for the end, though, because I don't want to, shit on anyone's parade or give them any negative vibes. I want you guys to be happy and excited when I do vlogs, okay? So, let's keep it moving. So it says Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII. You already know my thoughts on that one. It's like I was with Animal Crossing. Grand Theft Auto 2. It should be Grand Theft Auto 2, not Grand Theft Auto. Intelligence Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Ho ho. Rayman. Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations, Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, and Wild Arms. The PlayStation Classic comes out on December 3rd with two controllers for $99 at approximately 45% smaller than the original system. Not surprisingly, the Japanese version of the PlayStation Classic has a different lineup of titles, including Armored Core and Parasite Eve. You're kidding, that was the freaking jam when I was a 90s kid, man. Oh, it's feeding off of my nostalgia so hard in that. Oh, fuck, dude. That's great. I'm a little jealous about that, but it's cool. More different still is our listing of games that we wanted to see on the system. So shout out to this guy right here, Matthew Cotto. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions, let's just jump right into it. The ones I'm very extremely happy, satisfied, and I'm very over the top, jumping over the fucking moon for, is Destruction Derby, obviously Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, oh, that was my jam back in the day. And I'll get to the reasons why in a second. Let's see, Mr. Driller, well, that was really cool. I only played the Game Boy Color version of that. I never played the PS1 version of it, unfortunately. Sad times, but I had to sacrifice it. Rayman, I played pretty much almost every single Rayman in the universe out there. Let's see. Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Twisted Metal, and that's pretty much it. The reason why I'm excited for Twisted Metal is because it was like one of the first games I got to play. It was not really particularly a racing game. It was more like a Destruction Derby sort of clone, but a lot better. An assload better compared to the original ones. Never played Twisted Metal 2 and 3, but I did play the first Twisted Metal. My god. All those little power-ups and the little laser cannons and the lightning bolts you had to get to destroy other cars. Oh my god. That was literally my fucking, like, oh. My adrenaline was rushing through my veins whenever I saw that. Obviously, the Grand Theft Auto series, for obvious reasons. I've been a huge fanboy of that shit since way back when I was about 7, maybe 8 years old in the mid-late 90s. Intelligent Cube, that was really, really cool. That reminds me a lot of the old school strategy puzzle games. It got harder and the puzzles got, the little blocks of cubes got more faster as you went along. I never played the full game of it, but I did play a demo version of it back in the day. Oh my god. I think that was 98 or 99 when it came out, so I was about 9, maybe 10 years old when that was released at the time. Let's see. Mr. Driller, the reason why I like that one, I know it's kind of sort of a puzzle game, but it reminded me a lot of how Tetris worked and those sort of mechanics, where you had to like get the right shape in the right areas, and if you didn't, you'd fuck up. You start all over again. It was a little bit of a rage quitter, but I did like the cutesy little like chibi Japanese anime sort of designs that it had. So that's the reason why I really, really enjoyed it a lot. And it reminded me a lot of Bomberman, except you didn't get to wreck shit up. Abe's Odyssey, I only played half of the game, only beat half of the game. I remember a lot of the funny little stuff. It had a lot of really super pop culturalism and a lot of really old school throwback sort of things that I had in the 90s. I was really, really enjoying a lot, like Mountain Dew, Sprite, a lot of freaking soda pops I did have. Thank God I never got diabetes after that, because if I did, I probably wouldn't be here. And a lot of the really cool logos. It reminded me a lot of the Gecko game, except it was a little bit more darker and a little bit crazier. It was cool. Obviously, Rayman doesn't need an explanation because, I love the absolute shits out of platforms. Platformer games are always going to have a special place in my heart. Especially when it comes to like a lot of scroller platform games. It's kind of like the Super Mario version for the PlayStation. That's what it was. That's the vibe that I got from it anyways. A lot of the characters were good. A lot of the freaking enemies, they just pop out at you. It's like you're just straight up on fucking Molly. And this is a person that doesn't do drugs or take like controlled substances or any of that shit, except for marijuanos. Once in a while. I'll do a little bit of weed here and there, but that's it. Let's see. I never got to play Ridge Racer Type 4. I know it was kind of not a rip-off of Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo was pretty much a whole PS1 thing at that time. And it's still exclusive to the PS1. I think there's Gran Turismo 7 or 8 now, or Gran Turismo 6. So it's come a long way. Ridge Racer Type 4, unfortunately, I never got the chance to play that one. I remember seeing it a couple times here and there. I never even got to rent it back in the day when, Blockbuster and Hollywood Video were still a thing before they unfortunately got shut down, because times change. And sometimes it's for the good, other times it's for the bad. I'm going to leave it at that. Siphon Filter, I don't know why. Fun fact for you guys, if you're still here. I always used to call a Spyro flitter, because at that time, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon was pretty much my whole substance for fucking existing at that time. I'm not going to get too much in a little bit of a depressionist fucking sort of psychological state, but I went through a lot of fucking absolute fucking goddamn garbage and bullshit when it came to getting physically bullied and, having to deal with a lot of racism and a lot of fucking bullshit like that when I was in elementary. It was not fucking fun. It wasn't a walk in the park. It was like walking on eggshells or walking on shattered glass every time I went to fucking school. I fucking goddamn hated it. I honestly fucking did. It was not fun at all. I barely had any friends until I came out here to Vegas when I was in middle school. That's when I started making friends and stuff. But before that, only friends I had at that time were like my outer family, which was my cousins, and that was it. And video gaming, I'm not going to say it was an escaping of it or an immersion of it. It was a little bit of a downtime. A little bit of a puzzle for everything. And I loved doing that. I absolutely loved it. The experiences of it. That's what I liked it. I didn't really get it for an escapism or any of that stuff, because if it was, I wouldn't be here right now, because I probably would have, offed myself. And that would suck. And a lot of people do suicide stuff all the time, but that's what I would have did back then. So that game, I'm not going to say saved my life, but it was an entertainment and enjoyable part of my childhood, at least. A little bit of lightness into a real dark, fucked up, evil world that I was living in at the time. I just sound like one of those emos or streamsters or whatever they're calling them nowadays. Or scenesters. I don't even know what they were calling them. That's what they called them back when I was still in high school. I don't know. They might have changed it by now. Tekken, obviously, I'm a really, really huge fan of fighting because, since I had a lot of anger and aggression at that particular point in my life, not anymore. I mean, I do get a little pissed the fuck off occasionally here and there, but not as bad before I started YouTube. My God, I was a lot more of a fucking worse wreck. The shit I would have said back then now, I probably would have got arrested for now. But, yeah, Tekken 3, obviously, just next to Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. All three of the Tekken games were good for me at that particular point in my life. Obviously, since I was a huge-ass fucking pervert at that time, I occasionally am once in a while, but I know how to control it a lot better compared to how I was when I was growing up as an adolescent. Oh, man, my favorite, man, at that time wasn't Jim Kazama, it was Hidachi, and then the other dude. I forgot what his fucking name was. I think it was Gunjack or the other dude. Cheetah. Cheetah was my favorite. The one that had that big-ass cheetah, like, lion-looking head. He was one of my favorite fighters out of that whole game, next to the other two guys that I mentioned. And yeah, obviously, Twisted Metal, I already mentioned that. The ones I'm not crazy about, and I'm really going to step on people's toes with this. You already know how I'm with Final Fantasy. It's a boring, it's really a boring-ass RPG title I didn't get into. And MMORPGs at that time, I wasn't really big into. Actually, the closest I was used to getting into that sort of genre or category was Pokemon. Pokemon Blue and Silver at that time. But I didn't have all these hardcore main mechanics, so I had to use potions. Well, you had to use potions, super potion, hyper potion for the HP and PP for Pokemon. But for other stuff for Final Fantasy, you had to use a whole bunch of different tools and tactics and strategies and all that. It's way more average, like 10 fucking fold. That wasn't cool, for me at least. Never played Jumping Flash. I'm not sure if that was like a Japanese exclusive or not, but I've never heard about that game ever. Or Battle Arena Toshinden. It looked like, I know the other dude's reviewer, Tech USA, I know it's a real big-ass popular YouTube channel, even though he's gotten hot water a couple times, and I disagree with some of his shit. And then there's other times where we'll agree with the man. I mean, he's a big-ass dude like I am, obviously, but he's a lot older. I think he's like 37 or 38, so he was around gaming way longer than I was. Granted, I'm going to be hitting my 30s next year. I don't know, he said it was a real piece of shit, plasticky, sort of like junk garbage version of what Street Fighter was. I'm going to have to disagree with that because I've never played it. So maybe one day if I do play it or I emulate it or something on an emulator, yeah, then I'll go for it. Metal Gear Solid, you already know how I am with that. I really don't care about the franchise. I know lots of other people really love this, near and dear to their hearts, but for me personally, it's just not a thing. I'm sorry. I mean, Hideo Kojima, I got mad respect and loyalty towards the man, but I don't know. I'm just not really into like Metal Gear games. I'm sorry. Resident Evil, unfortunately, I never got to play with this thing at the time because, unfortunately, as most of you guys know, if you've been around here on my channel long enough, you know I was raised with very strict-ass religious Christian parents, and they would not let me anywhere near any bloody or violent, like, demon or fucking zombie sort of game. So, unfortunately, I never got a chance to experience that. I did see it once as a demo or a couple times with one of my older cousins. Luckily for them, their fucking parents were atheists, so they didn't fucking give a shit about church at that time. No offense to anyone that cares about that sort of thing, but I don't fucking care. They played it a few times. I never got a chance to play it because she was a little bit of a hogging bitch, but hey, it is what it is. You got some sort of bitch, cunt, or whore in everyone's family. That's how it is. I know it was a really good voice acting. It was beautiful as hell. I loved it, man. And Jill Valentine was a fucking shit. She was beautiful. And Ada Wong, that was my waifu back in the day. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, never got to play. I really wish I did, but it is what it is. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, I know they were based off of, what's it called? They were all based off of books and military books, but never got the chance to play it out either. And I'm going to leave the link down here to this New Haven thing in the description box below. I think that's based off Connecticut somewhere. I don't know. I could be wrong. But other than that, that's all I got to say for now, and I'm done here. Links in the description box down below to both these articles, one I read and didn't read, and that's it. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, stay otakus and Hikikomoris out there. I'll see you when I see you guys today. Have a good night, wherever you are in the world out there. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't take them reckless. Stay tuned for more future article session reviews, including video gaming industry news, anime manga news, internet news, and that's it. Take it easy, stay safe. Peace out, remember sauerkraut. Late and goodbye. We'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm gone. I'm out. See you guys in the next future contents of my videos. Stay tuned for more of that. And that's it. Later.